Now, we do want to say good evening and thanks for joining us on this Thursday. I'm Renee Skinner.
And I'm Jacob Bradford. We do have some breaking news in Denham Springs this evening. An officer and a suspect are both injured after a shooting in a shopping center's parking lot.
That's right. Very concerning. NBC Local 33, Sydney Simone is live for us tonight with details on what happened. Sydney.
Good evening. Right now I'm standing inside a shopping center right on South Range Avenue, right along I-12. And right now we know an officer and a suspect has been shot, but we do not know their conditions at this time. Now, there is a heavy law enforcement presence. And just a moment ago, we did see all of the law enforcement officers huddling. We're not sure what conversation was held during that time. It looked like a moment of prayer, but we can't confirm that at this time. It just looked like a moment of prayer. We do know that multiple agencies are on the scene, and Livingston Parish Sheriff's Office has confirmed that this area is safe and secure. We do know that there is a separate scene that is not located inside the shopping plaza, but we will work to get more information on that as it comes in. Again, we do not know the conditions of either person. There's supposed to be a press conference here in just a moment, and it looks like they're walking over now. If we can keep rolling on this, it looks like they're going to do a press conference and give us some more information as to what happened here inside the shopping center along I-12. Give us just a moment here. We're going to stay on this press conference right now.
Sheriff, what can you tell us real quick?
Can you tell us what happened here?
First of all, I'm Chief Rodney Walker. I'm the chief in Denham Springs. First off, the community probably has a lot of questions and has probably seen what's going on, and it looks bad around here. So, first thing I'd ask you to do is to pray for us, pray for our departments, ourselves, the Sheriff's Office, and every other agency assistant here at the Fire Department as we go through this investigation process. I can tell you that my officers was dispatched here in the area that you see behind us for a disturbance, and during that disturbance, when they got here to investigate the disturbance, the suspect started firing on them with a firearm. Our officers returned fire, and one of my officers is in critical condition at the hospital. And from there, the suspect fired more shots at my officers before he fled the scene in a vehicle. And that's when the Sheriff's Office was able to intercept him up the road. And at that point, I'll pass it off to Sheriff Howard.
Yeah, so our guys actually run across the suspect, and which shooting actually happened. Suspect was shot. He is now in the hospital in critical condition as well. We just ask you again, say prayers for this Denham Springs police officer, everybody involved. And I know there's a lot of questions. Everybody's got questions about this. We have our own questions, but we ask y'all to be as patient as you can with us while we work through this scene. We'll get you the answers as quick as we can, and we're working as diligently as we can to work through this. I want to thank the East Baton Rouge Sheriff's Office, the ATF, Louisiana State Police, Denham Springs Fire Marshal, Denham Springs PD for being here, along with Livingston Parish Sheriff's Office. And again, we're working this as quick as possible, and we'll get y'all answers as soon as we get them. So again, keep us in your prayers, keep everybody involved in your prayers. A lot of families involved in this, and we want to make sure we lift them up at this time. And I know y'all have a lot of questions. Just be patient with us, and we'll give you an update as soon as we can. All right?
We were told, one quick question, we were told there was another scene. Can you give us any information on these?
There was another scene away from here, but we're not going to have any other questions answered this morning until we get to the, so I just want to be correct on my facts, so y'all just have to be patient with me on that.
Yeah, we don't want to give y'all, inaccurate information. So let's, bear with us while we figure all this out, and with the other teams of law enforcement agencies that are here. And again, this community loves their police department and loves their sheriff's office.
Yeah.
So remember that love and spread that love on us right now through your prayers and your thoughts, and lift us up to God and pray for our officer and the suspect as far as that goes.
We all work in two scenes.
Anything else about the officer that you can tell us a little bit about him or her, or tell us about their experience with the department?
Not at this time. Not at this time. As soon as we'll get together something for y'all once we get it all figured out, and we'll update y'all.
Thank y'all.
All right, thank y'all. Thank y'all for coming out.
real quickly, we can update you right now.
That's all the updates we have right now. Again, we can confirm that this area has been safe and secure. And as we get more information, we will be sure to bring it to you on air and on the web at brproudnews.com. Reporting live, Sydney Simone, NBC Local 33 News.
All right, a lot happening in Denham Springs. Sydney, thank you so much. Tonight, the officer injured is still in the hospital in critical condition.
That's right. And NBC Local 33 Sydney Simone joins us live in Denham Springs with more about his condition and the support that's coming his way. Hey, Sydney.
Good evening. Where Corporal Sean Kelly is a Denham Spring native with nearly 2 decades of experience as a law enforcement officer. Now, many people I spoke to in the area speak very highly of Corporal Kelly, saying he's very generous and walks around with a positive attitude. Kelly was shot after a suspect began shooting at him just before 4:30 Thursday afternoon. Officers say there was an argument between 30-year-old Justin Roberts and another woman. The Livingston Parish family now showing support by holding a community prayer and donating blood with the hopes of saving Kelly's life. Tammy Felder is the president of the LP Mafia Jeep Club and a longtime friend of Corporal Kelly. Felder says it's rare for an incident like this to happen in her hometown. Felder says she's devastated.
We need God. This community, we're a tight community. Our Jeep Club's a tight Jeep community, and I knew that we would be willing, and I opened it to the public because I think the community needs it. He's a great guy. He'd do anything in the world for anybody. He loved his job, and we just need him home.
The Denham Springs Police Department says Corporal Kelly works in the traffic unit, but helps out where he's needed. Sergeant Scott Sterling with the Denham Springs PD released a statement saying, quote, Corporal Sean Kelly is a lifetime public servant and is the type of officer who wants to respond to every call and help every person he can reach, adding, thank you to everyone who has shown up to donate blood as well. The turnout has been tremendous. Now, the department is hosting a second blood drive tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. until 1 p.m. at Sidney Hutchison Park in Walker. And on Monday, they're hosting an additional blood drive at 9 a.m. until 4 p.m. at the Livingston Parish Courthouse. And right here tomorrow morning, starting at 9 a.m., there will be a prayer and people from the community coming to gather and send well wishes and hopes up to Corporal Sean Kelly. Reporting live, Sydney Simone, NBC Local 33 News.
Well, this evening, the region is mourning the loss of a fallen Denham Springs police officer. Corporal Sean Kelly was laid to rest today after he was involved in a shootout last month.
Fox 44's Sydney Simone joins us live from Healing Place Church on Highland Road. Sydney, how's the turnout today?
Good evening, Andrew, Christina. Family, friends, and law enforcement officers from all across the region filled the seats here at Healing Place Church to pay respect to fallen Denham Springs officer Corporal Sean Kelly. Kelly was shot in a Petco parking lot back in May and later died in the hospital on June 2nd. In his 27 years of service, Corporal Sean Kelly touched the lives of many. Kelly lost his life serving and protecting his hometown of Denham Springs. His wife, children, and loved ones now holding each other tight. His daughter Addison holding back tears as she reads her father's obituary.
His happy place was his camper and traveling to new places. Sean has been described by many as being selfless and a dedicated public servant.
The 53-year-old served throughout the Metro Baton Rouge area. Kelly spent his last 4 years with the Denham Springs Police Department.
I remember early days in my career working closely with him while he was with the ATC. We became close, like so many others were with him. Those relationships eventually led him to our Denham Springs Police Department family.
And Denham Springs motor officers reading a special poem in honor of Kelly.
Motormen are a special breed that love to ride the wind. And when you hear the thunder boom, the fallen ones ride again.
Following the service, a 21-gun salute, a moment of silence, and a long procession of first responder vehicles to say their last goodbye to Corporal Kelly.
I am yours.
Many people say his smile, warm heart, and motorcycle carrying his favorite drink, Diet Coke, will always be remembered. Now, for those who want to show love to the family, you can donate to the Behind the Line organization. The money helps other families who have lost a loved one in a line of duty. Reporting live, Sydney Simone, Fox 44 News.